Good day, YouTube. Welcome to another episode of the Albino Rhino beer review. I've got my Rickard's tumbler out. So we're doing a beer that's sort of in the Molson family. It's a Miller product. We're doing 5% alcohol, Miller High Life, the champagne of beers. Miller High Life is a budget beer here in Ontario. I'm not sure if it's an import or if it's brewed under license. Wait. Yeah, brewed in the US. So it's a import that's on the budget beer list. Makes it even better. It's Milwaukee. Let's give it a shot. So there you go, Miller High Life in the glass. Light gold color, a little bit of head, has some waviness to it. Thick bubbles, they're fading already. Let's give it a sniff. Doesn't smell good, guys. It smells like what you'd expect from a budget beer, really. It smells on the low end of the budget beer scale. It smells sugary, it smells malty and hoppy at the same time. It sort of smells like a mixture between an adjunct lager and a malt liquor. Just really sweet, kind of like wet cardboard actually for the smell. Yeah, actually that's a pretty good explanation for the smell. It smells a lot like what the boxes I use to soak up water at work smell like when I pick them up. Not good, just icky, but with like a sweetness to it. Let's give the beer a shot. Now see, I can drink most things. I'm not really picky. There are beers that I really like, and there are a lot of good beers that I really like, but in all honesty, I'm not all that picky. I can drink almost anything out there. I drink a lot of dollar beers, not because I think they're great, but because I think as a dollar beer, they're pretty good, and as a dollar beer, they're good for me to buy. I don't like this. It tastes a lot like a malt liquor to me. The bottle's about three or 4 weeks old, so I mean, it could be age. There's no preservatives in it. It could just be that it's been sitting for a while, but I have been drinking this 12-pack since it showed up in the house. Casey brought it over. I've been drinking it since then. I just haven't gotten around to reviewing it before. And I didn't like it at the beginning. It doesn't really taste much different than it did when he brought it in. Bready. Bitter. Sort of like chewing on paper. Leaves your mouth kind of chalky. I won't lie, I have bought Miller High Life before. I might buy it again in my life. It's an easy beer to find, and it's a beer that pleases a lot of the people that really like the macro lagers. For me, it's just not there. It's one of the budget beers that I could drink. I wouldn't really hate drinking it. Wouldn't really like drinking it either, though. I'd probably give it a 4 out of 10. I mean, I know I'm not talking much about the taste. Most of you have had Miller High Life. You know exactly what I'm talking about. It's 5% alcohol, and it still kind of has an alcohol burn to it. It leaves your mouth chalky, as I said. It's just, it's not a good beer. If you're on a budget, it's a good beer. I don't know what it sells for in the States, but here it's $28 for a 2-4, $15 for a 12-pack. So, I mean, it's cheap enough here that it's worth buying if you're on a budget. There are a lot better choices out there on the dollar beer list. At least for me personally, there's a lot better choices out there. There's a lot of stuff I'd buy on the dollar beer list before I'd buy this, but again, that's me. Heck, I'd even buy the Keystone products before I bought this. Because they don't really have a taste. They don't leave you with this gross feeling in your mouth. Again, 4 out of 10 from me. It's doable. It's drinkable. It's just not good. It's not a pass. It's a beer that'll get you drunk on a budget. That's really all it is. It's not disgusting. It's not something you can't drink. It's just not something I'd want to drink. So thank you for watching the Albino Rhino beer review, guys. Good beer drinking to all of you. Have yourselves a very good night, and bye-bye.